do you build a learning culture within your organization?
These days, that's a very different question, basically, than it would have been had you asked me that, 5 or 10 years ago. I think it's really quite challenging to try to build a learning culture, and the reason for that is because the way people learn outside of an organization, it seems to be dramatically different than the way people now learn inside an organization. So inside organizations, we still adopt and embrace a lot of traditional and formal learning approaches, although we're trying to get better at informal. But the way people learn outside of the organization is almost exclusively informal. It's through your peers, it's through your family members and your friends, it's via the internet. And so we're trying our best to, as quickly as we possibly can, move in more of the direction of that type of learning, because I do believe that's really the secret to continuous. Unfortunately, the paradigms that we've operated in, over the years have just not really facilitated that, but we're quickly trying to, embrace some new approaches.
Mm-hmm. And what would some of those new approaches look like?
Well, I think they look like, pretty much as I mentioned, the types of things that you see people doing outside of the workplace. And so, one of my favorite commercials recently is a commercial that came out from Samsung, which is all about their new Tab S. And basically the commercial is only 30 seconds long, and it shows people carrying around tablets and showing each other. It's like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And it's all in the spirit of learning, basically. Showing somebody something and sharing and learning and building, some common ground and frameworks and knowledge. And so that's the way I think it should be. But doing that is, again, it's very challenging in an environment where those types of tools and resources don't necessarily exist, or people aren't used to leveraging them. They're used to something very formal, very different.